So now we're going to look at some harder indices problems for the Year 9 revision. And here we've got some fractions. Well, multiplying fractions, if you remember, is one of the easiest things to do. Okay, you don't need a common denominator. All you need to do is just multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms. So if I multiply the tops here from the previous video, you'll see that you get 12 a squared. Remember, that's a to the 1, isn't it? That's a to the 1, so a squared, okay, b squared. Remember that when you are doing something like this, you're actually doing a times a squared times a times a times a. Okay, you add the indices. Okay, the indices get added. Okay, so don't forget that. 1 plus 1 is 2, that's what I got there. So at the bottom here, I get 5b cubed, okay? Now you can see that I've got b here. If I just examine this bit separately, you've got b times b over b times b times b. So these are going to cancel. When you cancel, remember b divided by b is not 1, it's not 0, it's 1, okay? So you've literally kind of got 1 over b. But what you've got to realize is that these b's are going to cancel, okay, and you're going to be left with the answer 12a squared over 5b, because you've got an extra b down the bottom, and that would be your final answer. Well, with dividing fractions, you need to remember the old phrase stick, flip, and multiply. Okay, to that end, we go 28a cubed b over c squared times by c to the power 10. So I've stuck the first one, I've flipped the second one, okay, and then we've got a squared b to the 5. And here, we're just going to multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms. So if I multiply the tops, I get 28, okay, a cubed b c to the power 10. And there's no symbol here, so it means multiply. So at the bottom, I'm going to get 7 a squared b to the power 5 c to the power 2. Okay, now some of you get confused with what to do with the numbers. Here, okay, you need to treat these things separately. So we'll deal with the A's, the B's, the C's, and the regular numbers separately. Okay, so 28 over 7 is not weird. It's 28 over 7. You do it, okay? It's just 4, isn't it? Okay, so that just gives you 4. And here we've got a cubed, so that's a times a times a times a times a over a times a. So that's going to cancel that. You're just going to be left with 1a at the top. Here you can see you've got b over b to the power 5. Okay, I'm just zooming in on this bit here. Well, that's b to the 1, isn't it? And you can see that you've got 4 more b's at the bottom. So here, down that, we're going to get b to the power 4 at the bottom. Okay, remember, okay, you're going to get, this is literally b over b times b times b times b times b, right? And only one of the b's cancels, so you still got b to the 4 at the bottom. And here we've got c to the 10 divided by c to the 10 divided by c to the 2. And you'll remember that when we divide, we subtract the indices. So we're going to get c to the 8. So my final answer is 28 divided by 7 is 4. You have an extra a at the top, so there's only 1 a at the top. You've got 4 extra b's at the bottom, and you've got 2 extra c's at the top. Okay. So moving on to this question here. You'd be unlucky to get this question, but I thought I'd put it in because I think that Dr. Sadako had it for one of his top sets. And you have to remember that if you have 5 plus 7 plus 2 over 7, you can write that as 5 plus 2 over 7. But you can also go in the opposite direction, okay? So I can rewrite this as 4b cubed divided by 8b to the power 5, and 16 b to the 10 divided by 8b to the 5. So just like this, I've done the same to this. And then I'm going to deal with the numbers separately. So 4 over 8 is a half. You've got 2 extra b's at the bottom, so you're going to get b squared. Here you've got 16 divided by 8 is 2. And here I'm going to get 5 extra b's, so that's b to the 5. Here we've just got 1. And so I could leave it like that, or I could just finish off it as 2b to the 5 equals plus a 1 over 2b squared. Okay? Well, guys, don't worry too much about this one. It really is designed just for the top set. But I would expect most of you to be able to do these first two. Okay?